I must start by commending PISLM for the great role that they have played in pushing forward the issues of seeds, Caribbean seeds first and foremost, and seeds in general. They have been a very good advocate and a steward as well. I will also go further to say that the interventions that PISLM have done on the ground a lot of times is kind of not spoken about enough, right? So they have been able to organize the efforts of the Caribbean SIDS so that our voice can be louder and the impact of our interventions to actually go much further. But they have done a lot of investment on the ground in terms of building capacity of technical officers. Under the Soil Care 1 program, they trained dozens of technical officers in every territory. Those officers actually worked together with one of the regional universities, University of the West Indies, to do the soil testing, to carry out, collect the samples, to locate and set up the sampling points and so on. And they were trained so that there is continuity on those territories, beyond just the cycle of the project. Developing the soil maps is something that is also very important to us, as if we are speaking about climate smart agriculture, it has to be based on science. It has to be based on the concepts of agro ecology and so on, and you must have data in order for you to do that. It starts with knowing what your soil, the nature of your soil, and what is most appropriate for where you are trying to plant, where you are trying to grow. Knowing the physical characteristics of your soil also will have an impact on the soil ameliorations that you do to protect that soil, to keep it where it is. So that is something that we cannot speak about enough as to how important it is. And the fact that we are developing and bringing online this active database, this smart platform that can allow users, farmers, to be able to access information about the area that they are farming, will allow them to better plan their productions and so on and so forth. I will also speak to the fact that we in the SIDS, we tend to meet more of our commitments under those conventions than a lot of the bigger countries, right? We invest more because of the fact that we recognize our small size, and there is a very deep connection between our people and the land and the biodiversity that is there, and the impacts of the changing climate, hits us a little bit harder than if you are in the continental area. If we are experiencing issues, seldom are those issues just affecting one part of our territories. Our territories are very small. While on the continental shelf, you could have a region being impacted by floods or drought, and the other regions are able to carry on normally. The economy is not as impacted and so on. But it is not so for us, right? However, one of the key deficiencies that we have had over the years is the issue of monitoring, evaluating our efforts, and to actually ensure that the lessons that are there to be learned actually factor into our policy and our future planning. Having a platform that will enable us to have that information one place that is accessible, and the fact that there is continuity will help us towards that. The issue of the reporting for me is secondary, because at the end of the day we are reporting what we are doing, but to me, having that information, having the cutting edge information, the most reliable information, is essential for our policy development as well as for our actions and interventions on the ground. With that said, the tools being developed now through the collaboration of PISLM and Apacheta, as well as CI, will enable us to better represent the work that has been done and the work that is ongoing, so that when we come to forums like this, And when the convention analyzes our report, we can no longer be, singled out for not having certain quality data and so on, or having reports that are very heavy on narratives but light on real-time data and information, right? So this is something that we have to applaud PISLM and our other partners for, right? So I would say that I am happy also that the efforts of SIDS being expanded just beyond the reaches of the Caribbean, and the fact that we are drawing on the commonalities that exist between our islands, no matter which part on earth they are. We may speak different languages, we may have different history and so on, our cultures may be slightly different, but the impact of what is happening to our globe bonds us, right? And the issues of having, we do not have the economic capacity to just throw money at the problems. We do not have the economic capacity to ensure that we have all of the capacity needs covered, right? It means that we have to be a little bit more innovative, as well as it means that we have to work together more to ensure that our efforts, are doubled and tripled, right? So with this said, I would like to welcome you to this forum, and I urge you all to participate and ask questions so that, the technical people can ensure that we understand exactly what has been done, as well as understand the limits, and what is needed to be done further.